Hi, I'm Brandon. Welcome to my channel, Books in the Shire. I want to try doing weekly reading vlogs. Maybe not weekly, but like bi-weekly reading vlogs. So, it's the start of the new month. It's August 1st. I'm saying, let's do this, ladies, because I haven't posted in a while and I really want to, but everything's been hectic because I've been moving and all that. But I wanted to vlog this week specifically because I start my new job tomorrow. I filled out all the paperwork and stuff today, but I officially start tomorrow and I'm gonna be a librarian. So I'm like super excited because this is my first like big girl job, because I've had jobs in the past, like I've been a leasing agent and all of that jazz, but like this is my first big girl job. Full time, I get benefits, like I literally am the only other librarian in the library, so I have like a lot to do, and I'm very excited. I'm growing up and it's kind of scary, but it's kind of fun. So I wanted to kind of document my first week on the job. I really have not been reading that much because I was so exhausted from that job. It was just like chaotic. Don't work with kids. My advice. If you like kids, go, good for you. But I'm not one of those people. It was too much for me, so won't be doing that again. Now I feel like I can start reading again. Yesterday I read a whole bunch, so I'm kind of like in the mood again. So let's read. Let's film myself reading. I don't know, but let's do some updates. So like I said, I started reading Stars Above. This was, I think, in June. Definitely did not read any of it in July. If I did, it was like a page. I'm 121 pages in though. So this is a collection of short stories in the Lunar Chronicle series, if you don't know. This is literally the last book in the series that I need to read, and I've been reading books in that series for a separate video, and it's taken me months to film. It's like a 3-month long endeavor. So I probably won't be talking much about this one in this vlog. It'll be in a different vlog. Confusing, sorry, I know. I want this to be my priority, but I'm not completely in the mood for it, so I don't know if it will be. I think it'll be really easy to get through though, because it is short stories. So I'm gonna see if I can read like 1 or 2 today, so that'll get me like an additional like 50 to 100 pages in. But that's this book. Recently, I've been really wanting to reread The Infinity Courts because I just got the second book, the Genesis thing. I think that's what it's called, the Genesis Wars. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I've been really wanting to reread The Infinity Courts because I really enjoyed it. I think I read it last year, but I genuinely don't remember any of it. I remember like the first 100 pages and that's kind of about it. I remember bits and pieces, so I'm like, I need to reread it before I keep going. So I started rereading The Infinity Courts yesterday. I am 175 pages in, so pretty good. I was just like eating this up yesterday. I was enjoying so much of it. Like there were definitely a few moments where I was like, it's okay, but like I literally didn't put it down for hours because I was just going and going and going. So I technically think this is going to be my top priority this week because I'm really enjoying it and I really just want to keep going with the series. And then the third book that I'm reading this week is The Blood Trader by Lynette Noni. This is the third book in the Prison Healer series. I started filming a separate vlog where I was reading this book, and I have to look at that footage because I don't remember, but I think I'm going to scrap it and just kind of read this in this reading vlog or in future reading vlogs. I don't know, or just read it on my own time. But I really enjoyed the second book. I almost said the fifth book. There's not 5 books. The second book, which is The Gilded Cage. Sorry, it's right there, so I forgot. But I really enjoyed The Gilded Cage. I gave it, I think, a 4.5 stars. It was like verging on a 5, but there was just, for me, I don't really like Jaren, and so he kind of brought it down. Sorry, Jaren. Sorry for any stans who like Jaren. He's just not my guy. These are the 3 books that I'm going to be reading this week. Hopefully I can finish all of them. I know that's like a big ask for me, at least. I don't read that fast, but I am listening to all of them audibly while following along physically, so that typically helps me read faster. I focus a lot better on the book, so we'll see how that goes. I think I'm gonna sit down and read I have to leave in like an hour or so to go drop something off to a family friend, but I think right now, I don't know which one I want to read. I think I'm gonna try and read 1 short story in this just to try and get it done. I won't put footage of it in this vlog, but let's try reading this. sorry if the camera is shaky or if there's bad lighting and whatnot. I'm holding this with my hand, almost in my phone, and I don't have steady hands, so yeah. But I meant to film this earlier, but then the power went out, so I didn't. But I got a package, so I'm gonna open it real quick. This is actually really hard one-handed, and I don't know why I'm trying to do it one-handed, so I could just put the camera down, but I'm too lazy. What did that make me? Not lazy? Wait, what? I'm tired. Wow, look. Package secured. Oh my goodness. Hey, I got a really nice edition of Lord of the Rings. And look at the sprayed edges. That's literally why I bought it, was the sprayed edges. But it's gonna go on my Lord of the Rings shelf right there. Or Tolkien shelf in general. But, yee, real quick, and sorry if it's hard to see, but I'm going through the book that I just got, and they have a whole map of Middle Earth, and that's so freaking cool. I kind of want to get this framed and put it up somewhere, because that's pretty cool. Like, top tier. But, yeah, I just want to show everyone, because I thought this was really cool. So, thanks. It's Wednesday. I didn't update yesterday because I got home late and I was really tired, but yesterday's my first day of work. I actually really enjoyed it. I have really bad job anxiety, but yesterday I only felt anxious once, which was really good for me because normally I'm always anxious on my first day of work. So this was actually really good. Like, I feel like I know what's going on. I know how to do everything. I can pick up on it quickly. So I'm really excited for it. Reading updates. Because I got home late last night, I didn't want to read. I was tired. But yesterday morning, I read the Infinity Quartz. I don't remember what page I was on, but I got to page 250, I think it was, yesterday morning. And like I said, I didn't read anything last night because I was tired, but this morning I read another 40 pages or so. So I'm on 293. And I'm enjoying it. I definitely, when I was reading it on Sunday, I think is when I started it, I was like really enjoying it. And I was like going through it really quick. I read like 150 pages in that one sitting, which is a lot for me, but I'm still enjoying it, but I don't like that we're not getting a lot about other characters. I really enjoy the plot, but I think the characterization is lacking a bit because it's all first person from our main character, Nami. So I'm very like, she says she has a relationship with these people, but it's never been shown because it's like time's passed, and so you're just supposed to assume that they've gotten to know each other as time has passed, which I'm not really enjoying that part, but like everything else I'm enjoying, so it's not a bad book. I've already read this, but genuinely like half of what I've read so far, I don't remember it, so probably a good thing I'm rereading because I think I'd be really lost trying to read the second book. And then I'm also reading Stars Above. I won't talk too much about this since I'm reading it for another vlog, but I read 2 of the short stories. I think it was Monday that I read them. I don't know, but I think I have 4 or 5 left in this, so slowly getting there. I'm currently on page 183, and I think there's like 300 pages, so I'm probably about halfway there. It's currently Friday. I think the last time I updated was Wednesday. Yesterday, Thursday, I didn't get any reading done. I was just tired, literally for no reason. So I read this morning. I read the Infinity Quartz, so now I'm on page 373. So I think I have like less than 100 pages left or so. But I'm enjoying this. I'm like right at the part where everything's getting good, and now I'm like, I have to go to work. I want to read. So that's not nice of the book to do to me. because the book totally did it, not me. But still, I'm enjoying this. There are definitely some lulls so far, I feel like. I think I discussed this in a previous clip, but that like time passes and the author just states that these relationships are being built, but you never actually see them being built. So that's still kind of present, which I don't totally love. So it's written in first person from Nami, our main character's perspective. And I know I had the same issues with Shatter Me, where I didn't like that it was constantly just from their perspective. Like, I think I prefer third POV. I don't really know though, because I don't think I've read many first POVs, but I don't like it in this one. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. It's just, I feel like I am missing out on a lot of characterization, or I guess world building even, because it's all just from Nami's perspective, and it's a lot of like her inner monologue and her inner thoughts, and I think she doesn't have as annoying inner monologues as what's her face from Shatter Me, Juliet, is that her name? Yeah. But it's still kind of like, for me, I'm like, I kind of don't really care all the time. I want more of what's happening in like within the resistance and like within the world, instead of just her kind of talking to herself all the time. I still like am enjoying the book and everything. I think it's just taking me a little bit to get into it, because there's so many moments like that where it's just her like self-reflecting or her talking to herself, and I don't totally love that. World building is definitely a lot better than character building in this book, which I do like, but I think a lot of the time too, there's a point of over description in my mind. I think it's over described at some points. So for me, I'm like, I couldn't tell you what something looks like, because I feel like there were so many different descriptive words thrown at me at once that I'm not like processing it fully. Granted, I'm listening to it on 3 times speed, but I'm following along physically while I listen, so that usually helps me like stay more focused. But I think that it's just, something's not totally clicking with me. But despite those things, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's like a 4-star, maybe a 3.5 to a 4-star. I'm still really enjoying it, and I like the story, but I definitely think those 2 elements kind of bring it down for me, because I don't feel totally connected to everything. I work alone today, so and the library's closed, so like patrons won't even be there. So I have a task of like touching up our mural in one of our hallways, so I think I'm going to be listening to an audiobook while I do that. I do want to keep going with the Infinity Quartz, but I don't think I want to listen to that while I'm painting the mural, because I really want to pay attention to this. I need that like the physical book in front of me while I'm listening. So I think I'm gonna continue with Stars Above and try and finish this today, because I'm halfway through and I think I have like 4 or 5 more short stories left, and I haven't really discussed my feelings about it on this vlog because it's going to be for another one, but I'm not totally loving it. Not because it's poorly written or anything, I'm just not a short stories person. So that's kind of like that's kind of why, wow. It's kind of why I think I can just listen to it while I'm touching up the mural, so then I still have something going on and I'm still engaged in something, but I don't have to like fully focus on that because I need to focus on painting. It's currently Sunday. I haven't updated in a little while. I think the last time I updated was Friday or Thursday. I don't totally remember, but I have read a lot since. I finished Stars Above. Again, I won't talk too much about it since it's for another video, but I decided not to rate it just because I couldn't objectively figure out how I wanted to rate it. Like, emotionally, I felt like it was a 3, but I don't think it actually is a 3. I think it's more like a 4 or 5. But for me, I just like wasn't totally vibing with everything, so decided not to rate it just because I don't want to give a low rating. I know 3 is not a low, but I don't want to give a lower rating just because I guess was conflicted with it all. And then I also finished The Infinity Course by Kemi Dawn Bowman. I gave this book 4 stars. This was a reread for me. I read this book last year, probably about a year ago. And I really enjoyed it, gave it 4 stars. I do think that, I think I discussed this in a previous clip, but I didn't totally love how time passed within the world. The author would state like, oh, it's been like a few weeks or like a week or whatnot, and that's all fine, but you're supposed to know, well, not supposed to know, the author writes that like a week or 2 has gone by and our main character, Nami, and a few other characters have grown. Like, their friendship is better. But you never actually see it, I feel, so I didn't really like that. I actually wanted to see more of how their relationship grew and all of that. So that was something I didn't completely love. This is in first person from Nami, our main character's perspective. So I feel like we miss out on a lot. I understand why it's first person. I do like parts of it because it's very much like she's in this new world. She doesn't understand anything. We're supposed to be kind of confused with her. And I do like that. But I think it kind of hindered some of the story because you couldn't get everything that was happening because it was just a lot of her inner monologue. And a lot of the times too, she didn't talk with people. She didn't talk with other characters. She was just kind of like, well, I don't agree with them, so I'm going to walk away. And it's like, why don't you talk with them about why you don't agree? And again, she's like 18, so it makes sense for her not to have these conversations. But for me, I just kind of wish there was a bit more of her having those conversations instead of her just talking about it in her head all the time. Nami is a great character and I really enjoyed her, but I feel like you don't know any other characters well enough because there's never moments for you to get to know them, except for the two love interests, I guess you could say. But even then, it's like you only know very small pieces of their characters, and I can't tell if that's intentional or not. If it is intentional, that's cool. I wasn't totally a fan of it, but if it's not intentional, I wish that had been done slightly better. I'm going to lunch with a friend later today, and then it's literally right across the street from Barnes & Noble, so I think I'm going to go to the bookstore and get some books, even though I don't need to spend money on that. We'll see. If I see anything I like, I'm going to buy it, but I'm not going to force myself to buy anything if I don't want to. I'm back from the bookstore. I really wanted to film a few clips, but it was just way too crowded and I was uncomfy, so I didn't want to film. I was literally in there for like 20 minutes because it was just too much. It was too much. But in those 20 minutes, I got way more books than I was expecting to get. So let's just do a mini book haul. So first I got 3 Avatar comics or graphic novels. So I got this one's a standalone that's called Suki Alone, and then another standalone called Katara and the Pirates Silver. I don't know what either of these are about, but they're like solo stories focused on Katara and Suki, which I'm like intrigued by. And then the third one I got in that series is The Lost Adventures. So this is like a collection of short stories. Slowly growing my Avatar collection. I really need them to make the newer ones into like these size because they're all like the library edition size, which are like massive, so that's not nice, but whatever. The next book I got is The Dream Runners by Sveta Tekar. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. I googled it and that's what it sounded like, so I'm sorry if I got the name wrong, but this is a YA fantasy book. I think it's a series. I don't know. I think it's the first book in a series if it is. But it just sounded really interesting. And this cover is absolutely stunning. Like, just take it all in. Wow. This one just sounded really interesting. It's about this like world where these humans are like taken and all their memories are erased and they steal dreams from the human world and like bring it to the king or whatever, and it just sounded really interesting. I really liked that concept, so I'm very intrigued by this and I'm really looking forward to it. And the last book that I got is We All Fall Down by Rose Zabo. I think that's how you say it, Zabo. But this is another YA fantasy book, and I couldn't tell you much of what it's about. I just read the little flap inside when I was at Barnes & Noble and I was like, that sounds interesting, I'm gonna buy it. So a lot of these, except for the Dream Runners, were impulse buys, because I just, like I said, I was in Barnes & Noble for like 20 minutes, and so I didn't actually spend time to think about like, oh, do I need this? So I just bought them all. So don't do that, kids, if you're trying to save money. Monday, so I'm gonna close out this vlog. Last night I did start reading All of Us Villains. I'm currently on page 97. I read a bit more this morning and I'm really enjoying this, so I think I'm gonna keep going with this today, but I probably won't finish it today, so not gonna continue talking about it. I'm just gonna close out the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.